Educate, unlearn what was taught. Hold down the fort. Each one teach one. Now I got support.
You're watching the 10,000 League, and today's video is how to spread Communist Party material across schools, colleges, libraries and universities. Let's go. Now before I start, there's one thing which will do better than anything you'll see in this video. The best thing you can do is to talk to a friend, an acquaintance or a lecturer who you think would be sympathetic or interested. That is the best way to do things. But this video focuses on the different kinds of materials in which you can use to help you do that. Number one, leafleting. Now this is a very standard design for a CPGB-ML, a Communist Party of Great Britain Marxist-Leninist leaflet. It cost about 30 pence to print it out on an A4 piece of paper. That's in black and white on my printers. In my college it cost 30 pence to print out anything in colour, so these would be very hard to print out in mass if you were using colour for the reds and the stars and the banner. So I suggest just printing them out in black and white. What you can do with these is you can put them in pigeonholes, you can leave them in classrooms, you can go to a library and just leave them between the books, leave them on racks and cases or leafleting cases which other people have used. Another thing you can do, all colleges, schools, universities will have cork notice boards just like this one which you can stick pins into. That's what I did at my college, and it was very effective because I could tell people were taking them down quite quickly. So they must have been getting people's attention. What you can do is, so you can carry lots of pins around with you in case they're not available, is to get a pencil sharpener like this that catches the sharpenings. You put your pins in them and you can carry that around in your pocket so you can quickly stick things up and you can go on to the next board. Another thing you'll need are posters, like this one that we see in the background of my videos. This is an A2 size. Now this is an A3 size. Now at my college it cost about 30 pence to print out an A3 piece of paper in colour. You will have to experiment at your own school or college to decide what works for you. You can stick them onto cork notice boards, you could use blue tack to put them around doors of the college, or whiteboards like this one which you'll find in classrooms will usually have spare magnets, so you can take one of those magnets and just put it up there. Of course you'll use two to keep it up, spread out so people can see it. I recommend not buying magnets like you would pins because they're much more expensive, and they're always, you'll always find magnets and pens and all those kinds of things around the boards already in colleges and schools, so you won't have to buy your own. Then you're going to want to look at your library. Now at my college library they would allow students to order books, put in a request of something they want, and the library would buy it and put it in theirs. Therefore, it's a brilliant way of both saving money and making sure the other students are getting access to communist and anti-imperialist literature. Now, your library might not buy them if they are so overtly political. So what you want to do is you want to find authors that are communists or anti-imperialists, but not too overtly so. For this, I highly recommend Inquilab Zindabad, India's Liberation Struggle, by Harpal Brar, and The Revolutionary Suicide by Huey P. Newton. I've read both of these books and you can see their reviews in the rest of my channel. These are perfect books, but you'll have to be creative. If you look in the description or the comments, you'll find other books which you can order which will also help you like this. My college, over the course of 2 years, spent over £100 on these different kinds of books that I had ordered. And it works even better if you can get a friend to order them for you in case they think that you yourself are ordering too many. Try to convince them that the books are relevant to your course. If you were doing a history, a politics or a sociology course or anything along those lines, it'll be much easier. Try to choose authors that you might be studying in class. So in that case, I also recommend Claudia Brown, Ho Chi Minh, Robert F. Williams, a few other civil rights campaigners like Du Bois. I think they would be perfect for you to order. Another thing you can do with books is, if you have the money and you can buy your own, give them as Christmas presents to sympathetic lecturers or students or teachers. This is what I've done during Christmas and during breaks and during birthdays. I'd go up to a lecturer I would think would be interested or sympathetic, and I'd give them one of the books from the CPGB-ML, the Communist Party of Great Britain Marxist-Leninist, Imperialism, the Highest Stage of Capitalism by Vladimir Lenin, or other such books, and hopefully they would read it. If not, it's on their shelf and you've just sparked up a conversation and they are aware of the party you're a member of. Now, one of the best things you can do, if you have a friend or someone who is really interested in listening and studying, you can make one of these. Marxist-Leninist-Maoist basic course, or study guide. It's very cheap and easy to print out. For about 70 or so pages, it costs £2.50 if you print it out in black and white, or at least this is what I found in my college. Remember, you will have to experiment on your own college printers and presses, so you can figure out what's most cost effective for you. Now, I will give you a link to the description where you can print it out down below. What you have to do is you print out the pages, as so. In mine there are 72 pages. Choose a font that makes the letters very small, reduce the size on the letters too, and decrease the margins between the letters. Do these 3 things and you will save a lot of paper and a lot of money, so you can print out more of these. This is an ordinary standard college folder. It's got 4 rings. If you buy a hole puncher, it's a normal 2-ring one like this, or a 4-ring one like this. Look around for what's most cheapest. Then you can just stab holes into the pages and you've got your own study guide. It costs a lot more to print out pictures, so remember, you'll have to experiment on your own college computer. Thank you, this has been the 10,000 League. These are the top 5 tips that you could use. But another thing you could do is you could check out YouTube videos and sharing them online with your friends or sympathetic colleagues or friends or people at college. Send them to my channel or send them to the Proletarian TV, the YouTube channel of the Communist Party of Great Britain Marxist-Leninist. There are 3 brilliant lectures here, one on the October Revolution, one on Dialectical and Historical Materialism, and one on World War II. I recommend you to look at these 3, they're my favourite. But look around, experiment, check out your own. I can't tell you what to do, these are only tips. Thank you, it's been the 10,000 League. Goodbye.
Keep fighting until I'm dying, and old man River, he'll just keep rolling along.
Manifesting organizational skills, cause organizational skills kills more devils than bullets. Bullet, the psychological trigger.